Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And if you're a true General Hospital fan, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get started with today's video. According to General Hospital, GH, teasers on Wednesday, July 15th, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, will go into labor while Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, seeks assistance from Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, with her mission. According to GH rumors, Anna will go to the hospital to see Jocelyn as the WSB blonde recovers from her gunshot injuries. Additional teasers suggest that Anna will use all of her skills to obtain the answer she seeks, while Joss will reveal a secret to someone. Will Anna be the person Joss tells this to? Regardless, during the teaser for tomorrow's episode, Anna expresses her hope that Joss will be the one to help her cross the finish line. Both Anna and Joss were taken hostage at Windermere. Thus, Joss will most likely validate the message Anna wrote on the wall while she was held captive from Halloween 2025 until early 2026. It's impossible not to believe that anything Jocelyn tells Anna will help her with her hidden mission, which her Peter August, Wes Ramsey, hallucination keeps referring to. Over at Windermere, Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, and Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, will decide on their next move. The duo is anxiously seeking for Jack's small black box, which has the proof on Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, that they need to blackmail him into keeping quiet once he is no longer locked in, will Jack and Nina's relationship grow stronger as a result. Only time will tell. Drew's wife, Willow Kane, Caitlin McMullen, will appear in scenes alongside Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, tomorrow. In the General Hospital trailer for Wednesday's episode, Michael tells his ex-wife, "We both know he gave you exactly what you want." Does Michael mean Drew, or Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard? It's a toss-up at this point. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thiebaud, will face off. Britt is quite unhappy that Carly changed the locks on Bobby's apartment after she departed. Carly even went ahead and rented the room out to Tristan Roberts, Dean Geyer. Britt now has no money and nowhere to live. Still, what should Carly do? Britt left town with the expectation that she would never return. In the General Hospital preview for the July 15th episode, Carly tells Britt, "Stop acting like the world owes you something and fix your life." Carly, don't be afraid to express your true feelings, sarcastic tone included. Elsewhere, Giovanna Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, and Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, will receive major news, implying that this is about their big showcase event. Still, it appears that Trina may back out, telling Gio, "This is a mistake. I can't do this." Trina may want to pull out of the showcase, but Gio would most likely give her a pep talk to boost her confidence. Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, will express his gratitude across town, and it appears he will cross paths with Valentine Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart. Fans may recall Valentine risking his freedom by assisting Curtis in pulling Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, from the automobile after it crashed on the side of the road. Curtis never revealed to anyone that Valentine appeared on the scene to shield him from the authorities, but that won't stop him from thanking the man for saving Jordan's life, as the automobile detonated shortly afterward. Still, it appears like Curtis would ask Valentine for another favor, so what does he want now? Finally, Portia will into labor. She appears in the promo for the Wednesday episode, saying, "This baby is coming now." According to General Hospital spoilers, Portia may have to give birth at home due to time constraints, but would she do so alone? Portia Robinson gripped the edge of the kitchen counter in her large Port Charles home, her breath coming in loud, uneven gasps. The pain began as a dull aching earlier that afternoon, which she disregarded as Braxton Hicks contractions, which are common in the latter stages of pregnancy. But now, as the sun sank lower in the sky on this hot July day, the waves of misery were undeniable. This was actual labor, and it was happening quickly. She was alone. Curtis had gone out for a quick errand, promising to return shortly with her favorite herbal tea to calm her anxiety. Trina was preoccupied with her own life, with the complex complexities of young adulthood in Port Charles. Isaiah, the man who had been a silent source of support in recent months, was stuck at the hospital with a seemingly interminable shift. Portia's hand trembled as she reached for her phone, but another contraction caused her to double over. The phone clattered on the floor. "This baby is coming right now," she muttered through tight teeth, echoing the terror she'd been feeling for weeks. Her pregnancy with this child, Curtis' baby, a symbol of their renewed hope after years of turmoil, was high risk from the outset. Medical issues, emotional scars from previous betrayals, and the continual volatility of life in Port Charles had made her cautious. But nothing prepared her for this time of solitude. Sweat beaded on her brow as she lowered herself to the cool tile floor, retrieving a stack of clean towels from a neighboring laundry basket. She attempted timing the contractions by counting the seconds between them. They got too close. Panic raced through her. In her mind, she repeated her confrontations with Curtis about working too hard at the hospital, her lingering misgivings about their family's future, and the private fears she hadn't shared with anyone. What if something goes wrong? What if the infant arrived without medical assistance? Meanwhile, across town at the Metro Court, Anna Devane sat in a quiet corner of the bar, drinking a cup of strong coffee that did little to settle her racing mind. The preceding months had been a blur of deception, incarceration, and recuperation. Her return to Port Charles following the ordeal with Valentine and the WSB had left her vulnerable, plagued by hallucinations and unsolved concerns. Peter August's ghost lurked in the background, expressing suspicions that harmed her confidence as a former police commissioner and spy. She needed assistance from someone who was discreet and outside of the normal suspect circles. Jocelyn Jacks had proven herself resourceful, particularly after her personal involvement with the WSB and Valentine. Anna had heard whispers about Jocelyn's covert deals, which included high-stakes talks to liberate Jason Morgan. If anyone could provide Anna the information she needed without alerting the wrong people, it was Jocelyn. Anna took out her phone and quickly texted, "Joss, meet me at the Metro Court bar. Urgent. I need your aid with something off the books." She hit send, hoping the young woman's allegiance to Carly and her own experiences would cause her to go. Jocelyn arrived in 20 minutes, her blonde hair pulled back in a practical ponytail, dressed in casual trousers and a jacket that concealed the stress in her shoulders. She sat into the seat across from Anna, examining the room as is her habit. "Anna, what's happening? You appear to have not slept in days." Anna leaned in, her voice low. "I'm turning to you because I believe in your judgment, Jocelyn. After everything with Valentine and the WSB, you've seen aspects of the world that most people in Port Charles deny exist. I seek answers about a series of leaks, information that has jeopardized operations. It relates to my time away, and possibly to someone still pulling strings here." Jocelyn's expression stiffened. She had her own secrets, including the agreement she made to bring Jason home. Too much information could be revealed, causing everything to crumble. But Anna's vulnerability was obvious. "What exactly do you need from me?" "I'm not an insider anymore. Contacts. Leads. Anything that indicates who may have been feeding incorrect information during my incarceration. I can't go via official channels yet. Not until I know who's clean." Anna's fingers shook slightly as she sipped her coffee, rare evidence of her losing control. Back at Portia's house, the situation had gotten worse. Portia had dragged herself to the living room couch, pillows propped behind her back. She dialed Curtis' phone with nervous fingers, but it went directly to voicemail. "Please, Curtis. The baby is coming. I'm at home. Hurry." Her voice broke with the last word as another contraction blasted through her. She concentrated on breathing, remembering her medical expertise. As a doctor, she was aware of the dangers: premature labor, potential suffering for the baby, and the emotional burden of bringing a new life into their broken world. Memories rushed her. The elation of finding the pregnancy, the discussions with Trina over family devotion, the peaceful moments with Curtis when they dreamed of a new beginning. This child represented redemption, but in this moment, it felt like a test she could fail on her own. She grabbed a towel and did her best to prepare for what was about to happen. During a brief break at the hospital, Curtis Ashford checked his phone and was heartbroken to see a missed call from Portia. "Damn it," he mumbled, grasping his keys. He rushed out, his head racing with fear. Their relationship had been a roller coaster, with betrayals, separations, and now this pregnancy, that had reunited them together. He couldn't lose her or the baby just now. Jocelyn, who was still in Metro Court with Anna, felt her phone vibrate. Trina texted, "Mom is in labor. I am alone at home. Curtis is on his way, so hurry if you can." Jocelyn's eyes widened. Portia had been like a second mother to her in many respects, particularly because of her closeness with Trina. "Anna, I need to go. Portia is in labor. But listen attentively when you speak with Valentine. He knows more about the WSB shadows than he admits." Anna nodded, grateful and concerned.
Go.
"Family comes first. We'll pick this up." As Jocelyn dashed out, Anna sat back, her thoughts shifting. Helping Portia indirectly through connections could provide the break she needed, but her own demons would not wait. Jocelyn sped near Portia's house, her thoughts racing. She had previously sought Anna's advice, but now the positions were flipped. Life in Port Charles never halted. With her own WSB issues, Jason's looming homecoming, and the drama surrounding Drew and Willow, supporting friends seemed like juggling explosives. Portia was panting fiercely when Curtis rushed through the door. "Portia, I am here, baby. Hold on." He knelt beside her, his strong hands calm despite his fearful expression. "Breathe with me, just like we practiced." He summoned an ambulance, his voice firm but tender. Curtis prompted thinking allowed paramedics to arrive quickly. As they loaded Portia onto the stretcher, she grabbed his hand. "I was very afraid. I thought, this baby may arrive before we are ready," Curtis said, kissing her forehead. "We're in it together. Always." At GH, the birthing room was buzzing with controlled haste. Elizabeth Baldwin and her team prepared effectively. Portia's labor progressed quickly. In the midst of it, Trina and Jocelyn came, their faces filled with fear and joy. "Mom, we're here," Trina murmured, clutching her hand. Jocelyn stood back respectfully, providing silent support. The hours blended into a haze of anguish and determination. Finally, the newborn's cries filled the room. Portia and Curtis welcomed their son, a healthy baby boy named after a combination of their wishes. Portia's eyes welled up with tears as she hugged him, Curtis beaming behind her. The family assembled. The drama of Port Charles temporarily faded. But Anna's story kept expanding. Later that evening, after assuring Portia's stability through medical channels, Jocelyn saw Anna again in a more peaceful setting. "Portia is okay. Baby is perfect. It reminded me how delicate everything is." She provided a lead on a source who might have information on Anna's concerns, a former partner involved in international operations. Anna listened closely, assembling the puzzle. "Jocelyn, you've offered me more than just help. You've given me hope that I can trust again." They discussed the challenges of loyalty, secrecy, and redemption. Jocelyn disclosed shards of her own load, the weight of Jason's liberation resting on fragile alliances. Anna shared her years of knowledge and advised prudence, while also encouraging. The night deepened at Port Charles. Other plots simmered on the Quartermain estate, with Drew showing faint signs of recuperation, Nina and Brennan conspiring in the shadows, and Jason's return looming like a storm. But for Portia and Curtis, it was a night of fresh starts. They cuddled their son, whispering promises of safety amid the town's never-ending intrigue. Jocelyn arrived home fatigued, her thoughts focused on Anna's quest and her family's happiness. General Hospital had witnessed numerous births and betrayals, but this day combined labor's urgency with the pursuit of truth. Portia's fortitude in solitude reflected Anna's silent struggle. Jocelyn, stranded between two worlds, found purpose in linking them. As dawn arrived, Portia relaxed, her baby sleeping soundly. Curtis glanced over them with gratitude. Anna, meanwhile, made a call based on Jocelyn's information, bringing her closer to solving her puzzles. The intertwined lives of Port Charles, doctors, spies, and families, continued to dance, with labor pains and hidden truths colliding in dramatic fashion. Portia's delivery was more than just a medical event. It was a watershed moment. She emerged stronger, prepared to face whatever came next, with Curtis by her side. Trina bonded with her new brother, mending previous wounds. Jocelyn's help to Anna reinforced their odd relationship, which could alter alliances in the WSB web. In the days that followed, word traveled along the hospital halls. Elizabeth shared the news with coworkers, providing a bright spot in the regular pandemonium. Maxie Jones raved over baby images and planned a welcoming party. Even Sonny Corinthos sent his best wishes, putting his own family dramas aside for a moment. Anna, bolstered by Jocelyn's advice, faced a key player quietly, revealing a tie that connected her hallucinations and previous kidnappers. It was not a complete conclusion, but rather progress. She paid Portia a brief visit, congratulating her and making a veiled reference to Jocelyn's role in maintaining the peace. That Wednesday's article had an impact well beyond itself. Portia's labor-challenged relationships, while Anna's turn to Jocelyn demonstrated the potential of unexpected alliances. In Port Charles, no moment was isolated. Each birth, each discovery contributed to the fabric of love, peril, and perseverance. Portia rocked her newborn and hummed quietly. Labor discomfort faded and was replaced by tremendous love. Curtis leaned in, their foreheads brushing. "He's perfect. Just like his mother." She grinned through joyous tears. "We made it." Jocelyn reminisced about the day while going around the hospital halls. Even though Anna's secrets were heavy, it felt appropriate to help her. She texted Trina, "Your brother is adorable. Family wins today." Trina responded with a heart emoji, the first genuine friendliness in months. That night, Anna sat in her apartment and reviewed her notes. Jocelyn's assistants had opened doors. The ghost of Peter appeared fainter. She poured a glass of wine, silently toasting new allies and making it through another day in the uncertain world of General Hospital. The community rallied. Brooklyn Quartermain arranged meals for the new parents. Dante Falconeri checked on the security around the household. Drew, despite his illness, sent a note of congratulations, hinting at his own gradual return to movement. Portia's labor was scary, yet it formed unbreakable bonds. Anna's reliance on Jocelyn spanned generations and experiences. As the village slept, the stage was set for more drama. Jason's full homecoming, shifting power dynamics, and the never-ending cycle of secrets and support that defined their existence. In the end, that Wednesday captured the essence of Port Charles. Moments of crisis showing true character, where going into labor or turning to an ally for assistance may change everything. Portia hugged her kid close and whispered, "Welcome to the world, little one. It's difficult, but full of love." Anna, on the other hand, felt a fresh sense of purpose as a result of Jocelyn's courage. The word count stretched across these interwoven fates, creating a powerful image of perseverance among soap opera splendor. Families grew, mysteries developed, and friendships grew stronger in the face of uncertainty. Port Charles persevered, one dramatic day at a time. Port Charles is in for another dramatic day, with emotions running high and some lives taking unforeseen turns. When Portia goes into labor unexpectedly, those closest to her become worried. The unexpected discovery takes everyone by surprise and rapidly becomes the focus of attention at the hospital. Curtis is very concerned as Portia's condition rapidly changes. Although the couple has encountered various obstacles in recent months, this situation reminds them of what is actually important. Friends and family come around in support, hoping that both Portia and the baby will be safe. The scenario also forces some individuals to set aside their conflicts, if only briefly, in order to focus on the developing family. Meanwhile, Anna is coping with a complex and perilous predicament of her own. Realizing she can't handle the situation on her own, she seeks assistance from Jocelyn. Many people are surprised by Anna's decision, given Jocelyn's youth and lack of expertise in comparison to Port Charles's seasoned investigators. However, Anna senses something unique in her and believes she holds the key to solving the latest mystery. Jocelyn is initially apprehensive. She recognizes that getting involved in Anna's investigation may put her in danger. Nonetheless, she has consistently demonstrated courage and determination when the people she cares about are in danger. As Anna explains how severe the issue is, Jocelyn realizes she may not have much of a choice. Their collaboration immediately becomes one of the most interesting developments in Port Charles. Anna reveals information that raises additional suspicions and leads to hidden mysteries that may affect other residents. Jocelyn uses her skills and instincts to connect that others may have missed. They begin fitting together a puzzle that appears to be greater and more dangerous than anticipated. Several inhabitants continue to battle with personal issues and problematic relationships. Secrets are buried, but not for long. Port Charles has never been a place where the truth remains hidden indefinitely. As stories circulate and suspicions rise, some people become concerned that their prior deeds will be exposed. At the hospital, Portia's labor gets more intense. Medical personnel work tirelessly to ensure that everything proceeds securely. Curtis refuses to leave her side, bringing comfort and support during every difficult situation. Despite previous arguments and emotional losses, the event reminds them of the strong bond they still have. Family members anxiously await updates, each dealing with their own concerns and hopes. The prospect of ushering a new kid into the world evokes both delight and apprehension. Some wonder if this event will represent a new beginning, while others fear that difficulties could lead to even more misery. Anna's investigation becomes more intense as new evidence emerges. She believes that someone is controlling events behind the scenes and may already be several steps ahead. The pressure mounts when evidence reveals that trusted persons may be implicated. This knowledge prompts Anna to rethink who she can actually rely on. Jocelyn shows to be more resourceful than everyone expected. Her willingness to take risks amazes Anna, but it also raises concerns. The further they delve into the mystery, the more perilous their predicament gets. Hidden foes may be watching their every step, waiting for the ideal moment to strike. As the day progresses, passionate encounters and surprising truths emerge around Port Charles. Relationships are tested, loyalties are questioned, and difficult decisions must be made. Several characters find themselves at a critical crossroads, knowing that their decisions would have long-term consequences for their lives. Back at the hospital, the excitement about Portia's labor reaches its pinnacle. For Curtis and the other waiting family members, each passing moment feels like an eternity. The emotional atmosphere reminds everyone of life's fragility and the value of cherishing loved ones. At the same time, Anna and Jocelyn get closer to learning the truth. Each hint leads them closer to the solutions, but also puts them in greater peril. They understand that disclosing the truths they've discovered could have devastating ramifications for everyone concerned.